it up after recovering from his car accident last year. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar for more. Stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Just said, does he win it? Does he have another comeback?
Oh, boy. Could be so Tiger, right?
We've seen it once. At some point, you just say, fine.
Yep.
There are no rules. Jim Costa in for Stoney today, day after Michigan season ends. We've been mixing in a lot of tournament talk, field narrows. The other thing that we want to get to today, John, I think the Lions fan base is on edge. I think free agency is taking place. Everybody else is out on recess having fun. And the Lions
in half a mile, turn right onto Southfield Freeway frontage road.
Going, when do we get to participate in this whole building portion of a rebuild? There's a little angst. There's a lot of pressure on the draft. What's Brad Holmes going to do at number 2? Can we even agree as a fan base on a consensus? John, I see a mock for Kyle Hamilton. I know you are open to that. I see Malik Willis. I know you're not open to that at 2. I see Jermaine Johnson and Dave Burkett's mock yesterday. Jordan Davis. I know Rico in the afternoon's pushing for him. I don't know if there is a consensus other than
at the next stop sign, turn right.
Trade back. And if you're stuck at 2, the challenge I want to throw to you, John, is can you unify this Lions fan base? Can you provide a pick that most people can get on board with and most people can rally around? Because it's an offseason without a lot of rallying around. Not a lot of moves that people are universally celebrating.
No, and here's where I'm at on Malik Willis. The reason I don't want to go with Malik Willis is I don't think he's a number 2 overall talent. Now,
at the stop sign, turn right onto Southfield Freeway frontage road.
Is this year, maybe in this draft he is a number 2 overall talent. But if you put this group of quarterbacks in last year's draft, in the 2020 draft, even 2019.
In 1.3 miles, keep right onto M153 East.
And they probably won't go until mid-second round. So just because they're the best of the bunch this year doesn't mean you've got to pull a Buffalo Bills and take a E.J. Manuel in the first round. That happened in 2013.
Gotta have a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to have a quarterback. Somebody is going to take
that's the
the
danger.
steps. Yeah.
That's the danger.
Right.
People say, I gotta have one.
Gotta have one. And in that 2013 class, all right, let's just, did any of these quarterbacks, some of them you won't even remember. All right, E.J. Manuel, he was the one taken in the first round. In the second round, there was one quarterback taken, and that was Geno Smith.
In 1 mile, keep right onto M153
In the
East.
third round, so there's only 2 quarterbacks taken in the first 2 rounds. Mike Glennon out of NC State. In the 4th round, Matt Barkley, USC. All right, so do I think this group of quarterbacks is going to be that bad? No. I think there'll be somebody here that, I mean, we're talking about guys here that aren't even, they're not even number 2 quarterbacks on a roster. We have some guys in this draft that can play a long time in the NFL. They can come into a game and get you out of something, but they're not going, they shouldn't be the number 2 overall pick. Now, the argument is, do you have to go with positional value? And I know where you stand on this. We talked about this last time you joined me in the morning, and it is, hey, you either have a quarterback, we've established, at least I have, there's not one in this draft I want
right there with you. Yep.
You've got to protect a quarterback. All right. And right now, one of the strengths that the Lions have, they have few of them, but one of them is the offensive line. And the number 3 is you have to get after the quarterback. And in this draft, if you're getting after the quarterback, you're talking about Aiden Hutchinson. You're talking about Kayvon Thibodeau. You're talking about, Trayvon Walker. Jermaine Johnson. That's, all of these guys, George Karlaftis, David Ojabo, even though he's hurt, Boye Mafe. These are the top 6 or 7 names that you're talking about.
Use the right lane to keep right onto M153 East.
You don't need an offensive lineman. If you're going to go with positional value, and you're going to go edge rusher, that's where you go. But
Keep right.
you want to be able to have a player that you take that gives you great value. And you can get that in a Kyle Hamilton. You can get that in a Jordan Davis. You can get that in some other positions. And yes, and I know you had the stat yesterday. When was the last time in number 1 or number 2 wasn't a quarterback or wasn't an edge rusher?
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
It's the only time in the last 10 years that teams have deviated from the 3 positions at the top of the draft.
In 3 miles, turn right onto Wyoming
It's not
Street.
because Saquon Barkley was a bad prospect. He was a hell of a prospect. Freak athlete, just doesn't make sense to take a running back that high. A safety hasn't gone number 2 in 30 years. Because as great as a safety can be, they don't impact the game as much as tackles, edge rushers, or quarterbacks do. So if you get a number 2 pick, it has to be one of those 3. Otherwise, it's diminishing returns. Jordan Davis is a hell of a nose tackle. He's a nose tackle.
Well, now, hold on. He is a defensive tackle.
He's 340 pounds. He can play interior defensive line.
So he could be a nose.
3.
He could be a 3. Like, you're talking a 3 technique all right now. Words mean something. He doesn't
It's an
have
interior
a
defensive.
nose. Right, yeah, he's an interior defensive lineman. There's no question about that. You're not going to, in a 3rd and long situation, put Jordan Davis and say, hey, go beat this offensive tackle, rush off the edge. Now, there are certain times where I think he can do that. Not in a 3rd
Stay in
down
the left 3
situation.
lanes.
But I'm okay with lining him up over a tackle in 2nd long because he does have explosive ability. He can run over individuals. Now, does he have the same change of direction that a Aiden Hutchinson or I'll use Jermaine Johnson since that name was thrust at us yesterday?
Thrust is a good word. Dave was putting that in our faces.
Yes. No, he doesn't have that same change of direction. But there's a number of players I would be okay with because this is a unique draft where there is no quarterback worth taking number 2 overall.
So then my question for Lions fans is, what is the consensus? And if none exists, then fine, maybe we'll reach that conclusion today. But I saw Prisco goes Willis, Kuiper goes Hamilton, and those aren't the only 2 names that have come up. So, John, I'm going to take a stab at this. The name I think is not going to please everybody, but it will please most. When we were watching football, remember that simpler time? It was great. It was like a Saturday or a Sunday. You woke up, you're just in better spirits. Football is going on, right? When that was taking place, in addition to having more fun, we also came to the conclusion that there were 2 players who rushed the passer at a high level as we watched football. Not through the narrative. It was more of a consensus, to use a phrase. There were 2 players that people were circling as elite edge rushers in this draft at the conclusion of the college football season. Other names have come into the conversation through workouts, and narratives, and deep dives, and overthinking. The season ended, it was Aiden Hutchinson, Kayvon Thibodeau. We're going to debate and figure it out, but you get one of the 2. Now it feels like Hutchinson's going to go 1. Can I present Kayvon Thibodeau as the unifying, clear-cut, elite talent at a critical position?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much. What are you up to?
Nothing, just at the yard waiting on Manuel.
Oh, is this his late day?
I'm not really sure. He didn't really say. I didn't think he had a late day this week. I think his girlfriend's or his wife starts a new job next week, so I'm not really sure though.
So how's he gonna work out?
We'll see. I mean, I tried to I had him do an ADA pre-walk and an ADA handy or audit yesterday, but I mean, I haven't really done a lot of scouting. It's just been walking streets and checking on all these crews. So, but I'm sure he'll be all right. What hey, when you did you have to sign into Fuel Cloud when you filled up here at the yard?
Yeah.
Did you put anything into Fleetio?
No.
No, you just filled up here.
Yeah, just did that. I took a picture, a screenshot of the final screen in case somebody asked for it. But nobody told me to put anything in the Fleetio if you do it on there.
Okay. So did you have to sign in with your phone number, or did you just go to the pump and then put something else in?
I'm sorry,
2 miles out of our way.
Did you have to like sign into the Fuel Cloud app, or did you just like select a pump and then it asked you for like your PIN?
You just asked you for your PIN, yeah. You just put in for it, hit the Cloud app, and then it asks you for your PIN. And your PIN is your last 4 digits of your SOCH.
Okay, because like I'm opening up the app and then it's the first thing it's showing me is searching for pumps.
Oh, it's not connected.
And then it shows the 3 pumps. It shows off-road diesel, diesel 1, and then unleaded.
Yeah, it should be the unleaded one, right?
I'm just saying, I don't have, because like I'm not like it just says login and then it says number, but like I've tried to log in the last 2 days and it says like I put in my phone number and it says it's not right. It says 1 try left. So I didn't know if you actually signed in with your.
No, I mean I hit the Cloud app. It asked me for my PIN. I put my PIN in and then I select the pump that I want to use, and then just turn it on. And it starts recording it.
Oh, so like it asks you for your PIN as soon as you open the app, because it didn't ask me for that.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I went in, I think I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure.
Or was it when you hit the pump it asked you for that?
No, it was before I touched the pump.
Okay, yeah, because it hasn't asked me anything about a PIN yet.
Yeah.
Which pump was the unleaded? Does it say over there?
The 3, I believe it is. The last one to the right. If you're facing them there.
Okay.
The smallest one.
Okay, I really wasn't. I haven't used it at all, so I really wasn't sure.
Yeah, I've used it. I'm gonna use it again today. I'm gonna come down there and fill out a little bit.
Yeah. All right, I might go over there and take a look at it and see if I can just pick this pump, and then if it'll ask me for my PIN. Because yeah, it's just like open up the. I mean, I don't know, maybe because I had this app for a while, like when they first did it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty straightforward when I did it. Is Brett there?
No.
He's the one that showed me how to do it. Pretty much was straightforward. I just had to put in it'll ask you for the vehicle number. You gotta put that in. It asks you for your PIN. And then select your pump. And then just fill.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and I think it asks for your odometer reading too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Looks like it's trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm not right next to the pump. It might not be connecting.
That's
because I'm actually sitting on the other side of the building.
Yeah, that's exactly why it is. I was sitting like 30 minutes or 20, maybe 50 feet away from it, and it didn't connect. I had to be right up next to it.
Special projects. You picked Hilger, right? Yeah, you're fine. Okay, yeah, I got like 82 miles till empty, so I might just. It's fine. I'm just going next, or just put Check Street. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably give it a try. We'll see.
All right.
All right, man.
What are you doing?
I'll talk to you. I gotta meet with Nick and Brad from DT at that crazy lady's house on Gartner.
Oh yeah, have fun with that one.
I gotta do that at 10. I gotta drop Manny off with Valentina at 9 because I guess Edgar has to go up to the office, so he needs him to like on site to help flag and stuff. So I'm just breaking that news now to him. So
Alright.
he said basically just to drop him there and have him, you know, with Valentina for flagging the trucks and stuff, whatever he needs while Edgar's gone. So
Okay. Well,
I think I told Andrew and Dylan to start on audits and one of them to start on like the remark list on the SharePoint.
Okay.
Because it looks like there was like 10 jobs in there. Sounds like you guys pretty much got through all those, like that whole 140 list of like backlog jobs that need to be remarked.
Yeah. I think we got probably 90% of them done anyway.
Yeah, so.
All right. Well, you have a fun day.
Will do, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
Bye.
All right, back on schedule again.
Today's rate on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 3.25%, 3.48% APR. So you can lock in a great low monthly payment. When you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rates come as a 12-21 call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and unless consumer access level 133.
Because you start your diet today.
Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? We could romance the legal copy. It never gets the attention it deserves. And some lawyer worked real hard on it. So take it away, lawyer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary. Now that was some beautiful legal. Well done, lawyer. Well done.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone. They've got battery solutions for free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination.
The Detroit Red Wings host the Tampa Bay Lightning. Pre-game tomorrow at 12:15 on 97.1. The Ticket, live from the Jamie Samuelson studio. Here's Tony and Jansen.
97.1, good morning. We are going to talk a lot of Michigan basketball today. Their season ended last night to Villanova, 7:35. Why? What was the main culprit? Why is Michigan's season done? And how do you define what you watched this year? It's a weird, bizarre
At the next light, turn left.
A lot of downs. We'll do that later in the hour. John, we are about a month out from the draft, and normally this is the time where people start to crystallize.
At the light, turn left onto
They want
Dix.
their team to pick.
34 days to do that.
Look at you. I'm proud of you. This is good stuff. 34 days away from the draft.
12 hours, 39 minutes, 8 seconds.
Okay, we get it. And John, I don't know if you know this, but I fill in on a bunch of different shows. So I hear from a bunch of different hosts, and I hear all the different things. And we have no consensus on this radio station. I'll just tell you that point blank. There is no consensus on this radio station, and I think it's indicative of the fan base. I think it's indicative of the way Lions fans feel. Because I tried to present a unifying message to you, and I said, Kayvon Thibodeau. His motor stinks. I don't know about that, Jim. Not sure about the work ethic. And you're not the first person to raise the concerns. And that was my best
In half a
effort
mile,
to unify.
turn right onto
You brought
Werner
Kyle
Highway.
Hamilton. And Kyle Hamilton's a hell of a football player. John, I can't co-sign on Kyle Hamilton because safeties just don't make enough of an impact to go #2 overall. And it would be very much like drafting a corner at 3 or a tight end at 8. It would be very much Lions.
Okay, so let's look at this another way. I know that, you know, if you're talking about the afternoon, right? Rico.
He loves Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. Mike was he Malik Willis guy?
He was playing the nightmare scenarios yesterday. I think his thing
Go
is
past
just trade
this
the
light.
pick for an impact
Then at the
guy.
next
I think
one,
he hates
turn
being
right.
stuck at 2.
Okay, so I agree. Trade the pick.
At the
trade
light,
down.
turn right
If there's
onto
no
Werner
one that
Highway.
You want?
Right.
Why do you think anybody else wants to trade up and give up more capital to get to #2? Who is it that they want?
There is no consensus.
And that's my point, is because I know Doug is a Malik Willis guy.
Yeah, I heard him.
And I understand, but that is it's not the fact that we can't unify.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto Lawndale Street.
I think we're all very similar in the fact that, and like I said, it is quarterback, it is protecting the quarterback, it's getting after the quarterback. Okay? Those are, I really believe that a lot of us can agree on those three things. But this year,
This draft doesn't
this draft, you can only draft the guys that are draft eligible.
Can't confirm. You can't draft non-eligible players. I looked into it. You can't take C.J. Stroud.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna take C.J. Stroud. I'm gonna hold his rights until next year.
How great was that, by the way? The Ohio State Pro Day, someone asked a scout what their takeaway was. All these receivers. The scout was like, that quarterback.
What was that?
Right,
That quarterback is really good.
and so I mean that's a different topic for next year because he's throwing to two guys that are going to be taken in the first round, and probably the best one is going back to Ohio State next year because he's not draft eligible.
Correct.
So that's where you look and you say, you want to make sure that you get the best value for that pick. You don't want to just pick a quarterback because it fits one of the three rules.
No.
You don't want to take an offensive lineman.
At the light, turn right onto Lawndale Street.
One of the three rules. You don't want to take an edge rusher if the guy that you want, the number 1 overall pick, is not there, and you're just going to take a guy because it fits that rule. You want to be able to take a player that is going to give you not necessarily
In a 1/4 mile,
positional
turn
value,
left onto
but it's
Lane
gonna
Street.
give your team great value. And what is that guy? Who is that talent that you think is going to be there for 10 years? That you're going to get Pro Bowl level play out of? That you just go and you say, you know what? I'm going to plug this guy in this position, and for 10 years, I don't have to worry about taking one of these, number 2 overall, number 10 overall, number 32 overall. Hopefully we're picking number 32 at some point. And that's the guy that we want.
248-539-9797. We'll go Ron in Sterling Heights. Ron, you're on 97.1.
Hi guys. Yeah, I want to unify everybody. How come we can't trade number 2 to Seattle for DK Metcalf? You get the best young wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. 25 years old. He's got a year left on his rookie contract. You get him. You sign him to a new contract. And then, I mean, you change the whole perspective of the Detroit Lions. You get what we need as a receiver. And,
Is this Mike Folletti's burner phone? Is this what this is? Because he was pushing for Tyreek Hill earlier in the week. And, you know, it's funny. I know Metcalf's younger. Metcalf's an attractive option, Ron. You know, it's funny that you bring DK Metcalf up. We're going to talk a little bit about the fact that this is not over.
Right.
This crazy offseason in the NFL, it's not over, Ron. 8 o'clock, you got a powerful agent saying, buckle up, more ahead. We could bring up the possibility of DK Metcalf. 2, though, giving up the number 2 pick. Is that kind of steep, John?
It's a little bit steep, yes. Because, I mean, we're talking about positional value. Would you take a wide receiver at number 2?
Unless he's Calvin Johnson? Probably not.
Or Charles Rogers?
Why'd you bring that up? Heather with the news, brightening our spirits. What do we got going on?
Oh, well, I'll get to the brightening of spirits, I think, a little bit later in my news. So I'm going to start with things that aren't so bright.
That's okay. We got to do that
Sorry,
too.
boys. Yes.
That's all right.
The Oxford High School shooter appeared virtually in court on Thursday morning, where it was ruled that he will remain in the
The destination is on your right,
next month,
8315 Lane Street.
transferred to the Children's Village.
Arrive.
And also during this court hearing, it was also noted that his mental evaluation was complete and it will be available in 45 days. And they also talked about his education. That was also discussed as well. Now his next court date is set for April 21st at 9 a.m.